What's up, guys? Update on my no longer 5-gallon tank. I upgraded to a 10-gallon, and I also bought myself a stand that I built today. Can't really see it, but I want to talk to you about this tank. Well, for starters, this light up here, it's an LED light from Marineland. It cost me almost $200. It was $180 something, and you could see it. It's pretty bright. I'm not really crazy about it, only because, like, I don't know if you could see, like, the water's pretty cloudy because I just set this up, but it only really does the middle of the tank, and the back and the front doesn't really get hit too well, especially on the sides, because if you could see on top of here, it kind of stops, and I can't really figure out the timer, so whatever. But long story short, what I have in here is some baby tears, dwarf baby tears, some crypts from my other 10-gallon I threw in here. I finally got my hands on some dwarf sage, and I threw a piece of jungle val in the back, just because I had it, and I tied on some java moss. I was debating if I should do that because my other 10-gallon java moss kind of took over the whole tank, and it's just a really pain in the butt to clean it. And I threw up here some Anubias nana. But now with this driftwood, it's not really I didn't buy it at a store. I picked it up from the beach, and I actually looked up how to make your own driftwood after I threw this in and finished the tank. And I should have done it with this, just to be on the safe side, because if you look really close, you see that bark? I should have taken the bark off, and I found sandpaper after I did this, and I was like, screw it, I'm not gonna do it. I just leave it in there. I'll let it rot off. I really don't care. The wood seems like it's hard enough, like it's not gonna rot itself, but definitely the bark will. And I also have this tank dirted. If you could see, it's like perfect. I really did a good job dirting this tank. Dirt did not leak out at all. Those dark spots aren't dirt. They're actually pieces of forgot what that's called. Activated carbon from my old tank. It actually spilled into the gravel, and big mess, but I need to salvage this because this was fluorite red, and that's kind of expensive. But if you see the line of dirt, it's like perfect. And that's how really thick it is too. So it's not like packed down or anything like that. I'm really hoping that it takes off pretty fast. There are no fish in here, and I also have some floating plants. I forgot what that's called. It's not duckweed. It's water lettuce. And I got this big rock I found at the beach. It kind of smelled like the beach. I'm kind of hoping it doesn't push up my pH too much, because I actually have crushed coral in this gravel. You see all that little white stuff. And that's really about it. And I'll just show you. Oh, and what I like about this too is that I have like pieces of wood actually grow out of the tank that I'm hoping that like I get Riccia to grow off of, because I heard Riccia grows out of the tank. That's what I was really hoping to do, and that's just like I can't say the word. Yeah, screw it. I'm not gonna. And this is my other tank. I'm turn the light on. I really need to get better lighting. I have my T5s on here, but they really need to get replaced. They are really, really dim. And every time I go to the pet store, they don't have the replacement bulbs. So an update on this. Everything kind of like exploded, like the growth-wise. saw everything hanging out. The only thing that hasn't really grown to a significant amount is my baby tears and my hair grass and my microsorts. Everything else is doing well. You guys already know what I have in this tank. My cherry shrimp have bred like there's no tomorrow. I have hundreds of shrimp in this tank. Like, I kid you not, I at least have like 60 shrimp. And I have 2 auto-cinclid catfish. And I just threw this guy in from my 5-gallon because I didn't want to get rid of him. And he actually is really, really enjoying it in here. He's eating up all the stuff that when I overfeed my guppies. And I don't condone that, but my lotus actually shot up. A really nice lily pad, and that's gonna hit the top, I hope, soon. My banana plant's doing horrible. I don't know what happened to it. It just stopped growing. If someone could tell me what happened. And my substrate's getting a lot of gunk in it, but I'm assuming that's good for the plants. The plants will eat it up. But just like a pretty big view of the tank right here. Everything really is doing great here. And then my other tank's on that side. Oh my god, it's so bright from over here. Such a big difference, right? It's like a yellowish color. And the yellowish color is just from the lighting, because I need to replace the bulbs. And I also have to do a water change. And that's just like a... I don't even know what to call that. It's just like the god of tanks. It's just glowing. But, I want to show you, like, all these shrimp. There's so many in here. It's just crazy. I wish my camera focused better. Oh, that's zucchini they're eating. And just, like, the top view. Yeah. I think it's pretty cool. I really love that fish. I love all catfish. So many. I gotta check the ammonia on this tank. I doubt it's spiked at all. I have 2 filters running on this tank, and I haven't had one death besides the one fish I killed by accident. And I'm sure, like, if anything does die and I don't notice, I'm sure all my shrimp and catfish eat it up. And I also have an assassin snail, and I'm sure they also help clean up any dead fish or dead shrimp, because I know the shrimp eat each other after they die. But that's about it. And this video's pretty long, it's 8 minutes long, but I'm really enjoying this tank. I'm really happy with it. I actually have to cut down all this, forgot what that plant right there is called. I think it's called Rotella. I need to trim it sooner or later. I mean, this is probably going to be the last week I let it grow out. I have a lot of plants that are floating. I think that's anacris floating in the back. I didn't want to throw it out, but it didn't match with the tank over there, the theme that I wanted, and it doesn't really go that great in this tank. Don't like the texture of anacris. I don't like how it looks either. Oh, and I'm also gonna do something with these moss balls. I heard somebody doing a carpeting effect with these moss balls, that they cut it into, like, they cut it in half and they laid it out flat and it carpeted their tank. If you have a shrimp tank, you might want to try that out. And if you guys want to give me any suggestions what I should put in that tank, there are no fish at that time, and there won't be any fish in there for at least a month, only because I want the tank to grow out, and I'm also going to cycle it with water in this tank, and also I'm going to put some media in this tank and let it fill up with bacteria and then throw it in there. So just let me know what you guys think, any suggestions. Yeah, so thanks.